Capricorn, welcome to your North Star reading. Capricorn and Bee people, because one came into my flat today. So we're doing your North Star. It's been the most insanely beautiful day here and it's very uplifting after the winter that we've had. So you in relation to finding your North Star, I should have pre-laid these, but it's fine, we'll do it this way. Knight of Wands, the Hanged Man and the Five of Swords. That's interesting. Your root skills that you have to support you in this, the Ten of Cups and the Emperor. Powerful stuff. What you need to let go of, Bee people and Capricorn, in the pursuit of finding your North Star, is Three of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. How to find your North Star. The Strength card and the Star card. Wow, major energy. And where it's all going. Where it's all going. That was just a whole bunch of them. Listen to that lovely bird. The Page of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Lovely. Bit of a wounded healer, but with lots of excitement. So let's dive in and read these. A noisy van is leaving because they've been doing some work. So you and the idea of finding your North Star. There's a lot of energy that could be a little bit fractious because we've got the Five of Swords, and there's a sense of wanting to get going, but that you're at odds with something in your life already, that you would need to sort of have a little mini battle with in order to get to this. But the counsel is to get into your Hanged Man, to change your perspective for this enlightenment. Sorry, I will show you him totally. Let's see what's standing out to him, in him to me today. This piece of sort of knotty wood at the top next to his foot, what does that look like? Almost like a scorpion or some sort of sigil. Maybe you do something with magic. He looks very, very commanding, as if he's done this before. So the fact that I'm seeing that, maybe you have done this before. Maybe you've reinvented yourself this before, or had to get in touch with what you're really meant to be doing here, or maybe you're on quite a special mission, and so you're constantly having to kind of reconnect this very wise part of yourself to make sure you're on track. You have a lot of energy with the Knight of Wands. He is looking utterly determined, almost quite ruthless to me today. It's interesting, the visor up, his face open. He doesn't mind to be seen as that, quite ruthless, very determined. So there's something about what you're doing that feels very important to you. You don't mind fighting for it, even when it's uncomfortable. You don't mind being really, really determined. Gosh, everybody's going to start now, the fire trucks. Maybe you're a fireman. Kind of want that truck to move on. I've got, in my older age, I've got so irritable about the sound of vehicles idling engines because of pollution. But maybe you relate to that because it's coming to me. I just want them to move on. They'll be, having a chit chat and looking at their phones and everything, and I'm just like, you're not moving, either turn the engine off or go. Anyway, maybe that's an energy that you relate to, because if you feel like in terms of your finding your North Star, there is a sort of slight urgency and irritability, you could be a little bit scrappy. I mean, someone was laughing at me the other day. I saw a woman coming off my local park with a branch of blossom that looked like it had been perfectly cut to fit a vase. Now, I didn't see her take it deliberately. When I called out to her and she ignored me, and then I called out again, she said, no, it was on the floor. I don't think it was. And I was prepared to be quite ferocious, because these are my trees that I've loved for many years. It's my park, but nobody should be really, it's not mine, it's in a park, but nobody should be taking that kind of natural beauty. And a friend of mine in the park was laughing at me because he hasn't seen that sort of ferocious side of me. But I feel like I'm very happy to let it out when it's meant to be. So I'm getting that sense from you that when you need to be quite ferocious, there's some amazing clouds here. I almost want to turn round and show you it. I wonder if, I'm going to lose. It's like this kind of incredible, wafty, pink underbelly. I've got to show you. Let's see if we can get it back. Oh, I knew this would happen. Can you see that? Where is it? Is it showing up? It's this one above that building. It looks like a sort of flower, right to the far end of the screen. It's probably not showing up properly. Now I've got to rebalance you. Let's see, that's all right. I think it was a nicer angle before. You saw more sky. Anyway, whatever. That's something to do with it, something very beautiful. It's almost like calligraphy, delicate. So the delicacy of it, how fleeting it is, I think that's part of what you're prepared to defend with this ferocity. Your root skills are fascinating. Yes, the emperor would ferociously defend. He'd be very boundaried. He'd be full of power. And what you're defending is this delicate, beautiful balance of love in the Ten of Cups. And it is all in the sky, isn't it? That's fascinating. It's all in the sky, those cups, like a rainbow. And this is in the sky. So you might be defending, and it's all lit up pink underneath. Maybe it just didn't show anyway properly. It's so beautiful. It's been such a beautiful evening. Maybe because you defend your emperor, your inner emperor, that feisty side of you, maybe defends other people's ideas. You could be an agent. You could be an advocate of some sort. You could just speak to the spirit, not just, you might speak to the spirit realm and feel very strongly that you will defend those ideas with great ferocity, that kind of other people might tease you or think that they're silly, or there's a ferocity around something that's up in the sky that's very sort of whimsical. Oh my God, are they going to stay here the whole time? I hope you can't hear this. I've just got to let it go. It's sort of, I've focused in on it now. It must be your energy of trying to defend something kind of delicate, like the environment. Maybe you're an environmentalist. You'll know if this is your reading, that sense of you connecting to something very beautiful and balanced and using a great strength to do it. What you need to let go of, here they go. There you go, you've chased them off, well done. They mounted the pavement and off they go. What you need to let go of with the Three of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune is sort of gathering with others to cooperate in order to move something forward. A kind of quite a productive, pushy energy, but I can't help but think it might be within a system that you're already in, a cooperative system where you make a church, a building, a sort of significant structure or endeavour with other people, and you use it to try and move things on. And maybe that's come to an end because it feels like a sort of you've come into more power, and maybe your vision is a little bit clearer than a group. I'm going to leave that because I think it'll become clearer when we pull out the clarifying cards. Yeah, I tell you what's coming out, sorry, having said we'll leave it, is this guy with he's got a really mean face to me today. When there was the spotty, yeah, he looks really angry. The artisan and the monk, so the spiritual person who's commissioned the church or is going to benefit from it, the artisan who's making it, they look fine. To me, spotty guy looks quite mean. So it might be that you've got in bed with, yeah, my voice now, not being allowed to speak. So you might be in bed with somebody with the money, because he's the merchant, that doesn't allow your voice to come through fully, because look, this is funny. And so you're trying to push something forward, but your pure vision isn't coming out because you're being squashed by the guy that's financing it, the company that's financing it. Now, if you work for yourself, this could mean the sort of the ideas of our culture, the sort of financial norms of our culture may not work for you. Maybe you need to act on the outside of those, it could mean that you barter. I've started bartering. It's really fun. You know, I do readings and get some acupuncture from somebody, or I don't know. So the norms of commerce might not work for you at the moment, or the person with the money that you've been in trying to move something forward with might not work for you. How to move forward on your North Star. I can't show all of her body, but that is the star. You're literally, the North Star has turned up for you, and the strength. It says to me, use that Emperor strength, use this female magician strength to tame the energies of the difficult things that you're having to come up against, because you are incredibly persuasive. So you would do it in a way that people wouldn't even know they were being slightly sort of guided. I'm watching Matlock today while I've been doing some tidying up. It's been on in the background. And, you know, she's a sort of a bit of a kind of Miss Marple-y character. This is the modern version of it, where everybody thinks because she's an older lady, she's sort of invisible. She experiences herself as quite invisible, but therefore she's quite good at getting what she wants, because the way that people ignore her means that she has weirdly more access to information. It's that kind of energy that's coming to me, is that you're very gentle and incredibly strong, but you don't necessarily show it. You know, in your defense, and you know, maybe this is your root skills again, because the Emperor, maybe he presents as this beautiful, balanced, happy, loving person, but actually there's the strength of the Emperor behind him. And with the star turning up, and we literally have your North Star sort of here. It's the star of Venus, but you know, of course, we're talking about how to find your star. It says there's an idea around now. Go for it. I think you've got a strong sense. If you're still here in this reading, I think there's something you've always known you want to do, or you're on a mission anyway. Use your amazing strength. They're really punchy major arcanas turning up for you. And where it's all going, you as the wounded healer, feeling very defensive. This could be you defending this vulnerable, beautiful, balanced ecosystem, delicate something in the sky. Maybe you do something to do with weather systems, or a very sort of fragile, beautiful piece of art or something. So it is you using your wounded healer to defend that, but then unleashing the power of this youthful, creative enthusiast with the Page of Wands. Right, let's cap these. So that's lovely. It shows great passion at the end, and we know you've got these huge majors. So, right, Spirit Keeper of the North. Yeah, that's kind of that energy of winter. It says to me that you can deal with harsh environments. There's that beautiful moon and this beautiful snowy environment, but you would have to be somebody quite strong. Somebody was talking about one of our world leaders being, having grown up, was it Carney, having grown up in the Canadian leader, having grown up in the north, far north of the country, which means that he's kind of tough, because he's, you know, he can deal with extremes. That feels like your energy. You're ready to have a fight, elbows out. Apparently that's one of his things, and it's a kind of hockey statement. Somebody was saying it to me, and a Canadian friend of mine today was saying, which is like that you can be tough and defend what's right, or what you perceive to be right. And here we have Dragonfly Spirit change. The change is coming. It's beautiful. And you're going to be part of it. Look at that. I think this is just an encouraging, beautiful dragonfly spirit, because such a pretty image just to say to me, you are making the change happen. And your ferocity has something to do with it. And then let's see what we've got here. Yeah, here we go again. I love this, the goblin. The wounded human ego. You've got the wounded healer and the wounded human ego. I think it just keeps saying, you know, was I talking to you about fairy spirits or the previous? Sorry, I go into these strange. I've been looking at yeah, was I talking to you? Oh, sorry, I've just done 2 readings in a row. But Doreen Virtue, I've just been finding some old books of hers while I've been cleaning out today. And she used to talk about people being different types of people, like elementals or fairies or angel people. So elementals would be fairies or angels or aliens. Or I kind of liked it. I like categorizing people like that. And you can immediately pick where you think someone would fit. And this goblin energy, I was just saying, and I'm sorry I can't remember whether it's in your reading or the previous one, how that kind of elemental energy can be pretty full on, but it needs defending. And you have the chutzpah to do it. You're strong enough to do that. And there won't always be sort of sweet, nice clients or everything being interesting. It's a little bit punchier than that. The energy that you cooperate with, but great, because nature is needing a bit of defending. Right, what have we got here? Yeah, look at that. That's as if we didn't need the white heart. The white heart is the fool. This is the kind of mythical white heart that is the beginning of a new journey, that's so pure, that's such a symbol of great purity and special, again, to the fairy realm, a special indication. And there was, I don't want to go into it because it was so upsetting, but during the pandemic, a white hart, a white deer, this lucky thing that we all look out for if you know anything about sort of the land, the mythology of the land, strayed into one of the major cities up north, I can't remember where it is in England, and the police, rather than sedating it with darts, shot it dead. And it felt just awful and not understandable, and I don't want to go into it because it just felt so odd that they would do that when you could get tranquilizer darts, when all of nature was coming into our cities anyway. Why did they do that? Now you would defend, that's the kind of fierce defense of this kind of nature. This is your energy, and oh, well done, thank you. If you are in any way a defender of that kind of, you could be a storyteller telling those stories, you could be a mythologist, you could be somebody who works in witchcraft, herbalism, ecology, writes about nature, is a zookeeper, is very elemental. It's that kind of force that I feel that you're bringing, and that is just amazing. Thank you, because we love people like you. And here we have as the Ace of Birds. So this will be the Ace of Swords, again, a very sort of severe, but look, this one great creature. This isn't normal for her decks. You don't usually get this one great creature, the illustrations on this deck. So it's this wise owl, these huge eyes of wisdom, and then all those spiky bits that come off the beak, indicating, like the Ace of Swords, which I believe that is, that you can use incisive intellect in order to defend what your North Star is, this position that you take. And also with the Fool coming with it as well, it's like you're ready for a new start. You're helping herald in a new start. Amazing. Right, a couple of little yeah, oh my goodness, a couple of little Rider-Waites. This is incredible. So we've got another confirmation with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Passionate Ace of Wands, incisive, intellectual, amazing ideas. We've got 2 Ace of Wands. We've got you as the Fool, or your energy as the Fool. You are bringing in a new start. This is your North Star. I almost don't need to, yeah. And then the Emperor. I was going to say I shouldn't attempt it. Yeah, you are bringing in this amazing, we've got double Emperor, all these new starts. Your ferocious, secure, stable strength is kind of entrenching some delicate, protecting, like an emperor would, some delicate, beautiful thing, probably to do with nature or natural laws or sort of that realm. It could be, as I say, sort of some imagination or spirit in other ways. And you are bringing all of that great strength to protect something really honourable and amazing. And you're helping bring a new start. I mean, it feels quite sort of ecological. it feels like you could be, you know, a real forerunner. Amazing. Thank you. It's getting so dark, but I'm so pleased I came out to do these readings. I wasn't sure because of this fan down there. And I love your energy. That's amazing. Thank you. If that is what you're doing, if you stayed till the end. And I can't remember what I said. Oh, you were bee people as well. So that makes me think, you know, pollination and the importance of not spraying chemicals and pesticides and everything all over our world. Maybe that's something to do with it as well. Thank you so much. See you again.